Hello, and welcome to my presentation on my Tpack framework. This presentation will be in Papuchka-style form from my ICT class describing my understanding of the Tpack framework. I will be presenting 20 slides with approximately 20 seconds of narration per slide. So, this picture is the Tpack framework. It is made up of multiple theoretical perspectives that allows us to discuss the organization of technology in education. I will first discuss the pedagogical knowledge. This describes the teacher's knowledge of the practices, processes, and methods regarding teaching and learning. It will help teachers to consider how students will learn best, and it will allow teachers to think about instructional strategies that we may need to incorporate to meet students' needs. My pedagogical knowledge. So my preferred teaching techniques are student-centered approach. So this is where the teacher is still the authority figure, but both the teacher and the students play an active role in the learning process. I want to incorporate kinesthetic learning because I want kids to be engaged with hands-on experiences. I hope to use personalized learning. I want to encourage students to be self-direct with their learning, allowing them to advance at their own pace and spending extra time when they need. I also want to use cooperative learning because I want to encourage students to learn from each other, so I will do this by grouping students with mixed abilities. Next is the technological knowledge, and this describes teachers' knowledge of and the ability to use various technologies. This concept will consider possibilities for a specific subject area or classroom and learn to adapt to new technology offerings. So my technological skills in the classroom, I can use basic ICT functions, I can represent concepts using technology, and I can operate a variety of basic technological resources like a computer, cell phone, smartboard, iPad, tablet, etc. But I am not a programmer or coder. However, I am comfortable and have had experience operating a variety of technological resources in and out of the classroom. My content knowledge, content knowledge describes the teacher's own understanding of the subject matter to be taught, so this will vary according to discipline and grade level. So my content knowledge, so my knowledge of subject matters, I have a general understanding for most subject matters like math, science, social, gym, ELA, etc. I am more knowledgeable in geography and psychology because that was my major and minor in my undergrad. But it is difficult for me to finish this answer at this point because I am still learning. I still have a year left in my degree, so I will learn continuously. Now I'm going to take a look at the overlapping areas, the TPK, the TCK, and the PCK. So the technological pedagogical knowledge. So this describes the teacher's understanding of how particular technologies can both change the teaching and the learning of the experience. It also understands how such tools can be deployed in ways that are appropriate to the discipline. So from my experience in the classroom, I now understand that technology does have benefits and limitations. So some benefits of technology: it creates an engaging environment, it incorporates different learning styles, it improves collaboration, encourages individual learning, and prepares students for the future. But the limitations are that it's distracting to students, it requires management and a lot of training for early years, it is expensive, it disconnects students from face-to-face relationships, and there are issues around privacy. The next one is the technological content knowledge, which describes teachers' understanding of how technology and content can both influence and push against each other. So my preferred technology integration, so to help avoid this, I hope to use technology in my classroom at a level 3, which is comfortable, so I want students to become aware of the functions of their devices. So to do this successfully, I want to integrate game-based learning and assessment, to incorporate some stimulations to get children engaged with the activities. I want them to learn with handheld devices because they will already have these at home. And I believe that if they don't, they will own one someday. And then collaborative online tools to create connections and learn from each other. Next is the pedagogical content knowledge, which describes teachers' knowledge regarding the foundational areas of teaching and learning, including curriculum development, student assessment, and reporting results. So my preferred alternative ways to represent content to do this is a PowerPoint presentation, to do voiceovers. You can add pictures and clips, and this will keep students engaged. Creating a chart or a diagram, this can be done virtually or in person. Again, this is a great visual for younger students. Journal entries, so this will allow students to communicate without sharing it with their peers. And I would love to create a classroom Facebook page. My cooperating teacher has done this, and she can create and have conversations with parents individually, as a group. She can demonstrate with videos and pictures. She can send out reminders, so she can plan on the go. So the technological pedagogical content knowledge, Tpack, is different from knowledge of its individual components and their intersections. Instead, it's of multiple interactions among content, pedagogical, technological, and content knowledge. It helps us communicate representations of concepts using appropriate technologies to teach. So my early years classroom experience, so in my placement, of course the children do use technology each and every day, but this time is limited. I believe that right now, with the way things are going with COVID, I think we will see an increase in this, of course. So to conclude, I think it's important for teachers to be flexible and inclusive to accommodate a full range of teaching philosophies using technology. So the Tpack framework allows us to it becomes a productive way to consider how teachers should and could integrate educational technology. And due to the transition that we're in right now with real-time teaching, I think that we will see teachers use this a lot more than they have been. And these are my resources that helped me find this information.